shortly.
Careful, everyone. Rob has pressed the button.
Fucking buttons. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Go. Got my notes out.
God, what did we discover last week?
We did more fact checking before going to Scalebound Inn. We haven't actually gone to Scalebound. That's where we are right now. But
yeah, because we found. Sorry, my brain just connected this dot. We learned it was, I think it was 3 people who just like vanished, just disappeared. All of their stuff's gone. Everything's packed up. Yep.
That was my thread. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys were doing the scalebound interrogation with Dobbins. On Dobbins. 2 of you and then Tila. We're going there undercover.
So I'm going with Tila. I think Dante is posted there. Is that correct?
Not posted. I'm in there with. I'm pretty sure. I believe I was there with the captain, with the tiefling lady. I think.
Right.
I think that's why I was there.
I don't remember. I remember us planning to go do it, but I don't remember us going to do it because I hadn't decided who I was going with.
Oh yeah, because wasn't the idea like that was the evening plan, but we still had a little bit of time before we like jumped in on that.
Yeah, we had said this is our plan, and then we ended.
Actually,
so, like,
yeah.
I'd never...
Our next thing was meeting up with what's her name, and discussing the plan for the evening.
I thought we met up.
Right.
We met up with her and we made the plan, but we didn't continue the plan. Because we did contact her with the earring,
but we didn't do the meeting yet. That's what I think. That's where we ended.
I don't remember a meeting.
You guys were going to sit down this week with Telva's area to discuss what to do before the evening, and we were going to revisit and time shift backwards for Jesliann to get information to share at the meeting as well. So that's why we're starting with Jesliann and her stuff, and then time jumping from there to your guys' meeting.
Yeah.
So now we have to discuss what I had mentioned at the very top, which is, what is she doing?
Last time we set her up to basically check in the records room. What were the specific things I said to look out for? Let me see. Did I write them down? It'd be smart if I did. Spoiler, I am not smart.
We rolled for her giving me information about the crates. And that's all I remember from my side.
Yeah.
I just remember her going to the records room to look for shenanigans.
But that's...
drug usage.
She was supposed to look for something specific. I just didn't write it down because that was on your guys' plate.
Mesh got one of the dolls. I remember that. I spoke to Silas about his brother, and the main information I got was that this isn't something that's happening recently. It's happening over time. I do not know the age of his brother, and I was trying to look for tattoos, but they were I didn't roll high enough, so there's a mixture of tattoos of people around everywhere. Oh wait, Sean. Sorry, his name is Sean. Sorry.
Yes, because I said it would be nice if Sean was the BBEG.
Right.
All along.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember what the specific thing is.
Last I remember, she interacted with the cheese lady, and that's all.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but we had us set up to go look for something specific.
Yeah.
I was looking.
I don't think it was the Ivan Moon sickle one because we already had that.
What did you? I was just looking at stuff about the Jagentoth?
Yeah, the Jagentoth.
Jagentoth family, and the donations they'd been given to I think they've been giving who they've been giving donations to. They've been giving donations, and then also there was suspect suppliers that were not being properly recorded properly, and that were coming in but then sort of disappearing and not on the records. And it was just like super sus because the records had been falsified by the supervisor, I've forgotten her name, in the records office. Yeah, so the big donations were going to the Crown's Guards, and yeah, it's just like super suspect.
Yeah, but we had that. Did we set you up to find something else on top of that?
The funds? Did we get the funds from the Dragon Toss that they were?
Yeah,
is that what she was specifically looking for?
Some funds coming from the Dragon Toss, but what exactly were they funding? There's and that possibly some archaeological finding was funded by someone in Shady Creek, is what I've written down. I can't remember what that was about.
Those are good notes, Jodie.
I found one thing we wanted to find.
I did write a lot of notes.
So can you say the archaeological thing one more time, just so we don't miss it?
Archaeological finding was funded by someone in Shady Creek, possibly Ivan Moonsicle was the donor, and it links back to Shady Creek again. Yeah, that's what I have for that, and I think the stuff.
Sounds about right.
That was all stuff that we looked at, but the main thing was like, yeah. So it was possibly links back to Jesliann's own work. Was I think what we discussed at some point, that it's that maybe she had in the past a link because she had been involved in
I found it.
Archaeological thing, that finding that was funded by Ivan means, yeah, maybe this Ivan Moonsicle.
The other thing, I think somebody asked you, I have a very vague note here, that Nyla Wren had special funding for some projects, and Telva wanted us to look into that. I wanted you to look into that.
Nyla Wren?
Nyla Wren.
Yeah,
Vrenn. She's one of the captains of the last Aegis.
Nyla Wren?
Vrenn.
Oh my god, I can't say it. Like V-A-R-E-N.
Like Bren, but with a V.
Oh, that's not what. Okay. Vren.
She's the tiefling lady.
I keep hearing this name and I keep thinking Kylo Ren.
I think that must have been a pun.
But she's not swole. Or is she?
To be fair, she's described as like a scarred up tiefling lady. She's swole. She's swoller than Kylo Ren.
What was the note, Mesh? Say it again. Nyla Wren was, last Aegis, she was doing something?
Had special funding for some kind of project, and we don't know what. So Telva wanted us to figure it out.
And have I met Nyla Wren? I don't think so.
We have.
Nyla Wren. So so would I have discussed this with you all?
Mm-hmm.
We had informed you of her and things, and
yeah. Talva told us to figure it out, and I assume you were the one who are doing record stuff, so probably went to you.
Okay, so I need to look into some records on Layla Vren. What specifically is this? That she was funding this project.
She was getting funding for what?
She was getting funding. Was receiving funding. Possibly from Ivan Musical, or are we talking about the Dragon Toss?
We don't know, but she was getting special funding.
Receiving funding. She was receiving. Yeah, so it's kind of sus. And it was. Was she getting this like on the download then? Like it wasn't. Maybe not everyone knew about this. Or we don't know what it. Or we don't even know what we don't even know what she was getting funding for. No.
No clue.
Okay, well, I guess I'll look into it.
The first thought that popped in my head was the best-selling spy novel she's writing.
Yeah, you need funding for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to do a thorough search in the records again, and I think at some point someone asked me about, or maybe you were asking me about the forged records, and at the time my information was a little limited, so I think I just didn't roll very well for it. For the so I had sparse details on what exactly had been forged. I knew it was like forging for what had been coming in, but there wasn't details, and I don't think anyone knew exactly what was being received either. But yeah, there's multiple things that could be investigated. Was there anything else that was discussed that we all discussed for me to look up in the records?
Can't think of anything else.
No.
Outside of anything that you can come up with, that would be good to look through.
We didn't discuss this, but this would be something of your own initiative. Would we try to keep track of what that lady in your office is doing, like before and after comparisons of what kind of forgery she's doing, so that maybe we can figure out what she's actually changing?
Yeah. Yeah, but as I said, like, I don't have all the details now, so I could look into that. Yeah.
Okay. So Jodie, what is going to happen here is that I will have you basically do your morning recruitment routines, what I had the others do, which is basically like morning PT, bright and early. We're talking like 4:30 a.m. wake up time, 5 o'clock start time, 6 to 7 o'clock finish time. You know, you have like 30 minutes in the mess hall to finish your lunch, and it's pushing 7:45 a.m. by the time you walk into the ledger office, which is, I believe, where you're heading, right? The checkpoint ledger office. So this is the place you walk into. You notice that the door creaking was actually something that happened on your first visit, but it seems to have been fixed. Very small detail, but the door doesn't seem to squeak anymore when you walk in. And actually, as you walk in, give me a quick perception check. We're gonna see how much stuff you get right away.
Okay. 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
So not very much you're gonna get. You do see Vika is here.
Oh, okay, so she's down.
She is sleeping with her desk like in a and the one thing you notice, I will let you choose. You can choose to find something in the room or something on Vika's desk. What would you like with your perception check?
When you say the room, is it the whole room including the shelves, or
Yes.
is it just something in a room or something on her desk? I'll go with something within the room.
Okay. So within the room, you notice that the logs that you had pilfered through the other day,
Yeah.
the stack seems to be lower than before. Meaning that there are papers missing.
Could there be... I mean, from Jesliann's point of view, would there be any other explanation, like they've just been filed away or something like that?
It's up to you to
just
decide.
Missing could mean anything, right?
Up to you to decide.
Okay.
What are you doing? You're here.
Okay, I obviously I'd look around to see if Vika's here. Or any sign. It's first thing in the morning, so you think she would have come in for the day? Did I just get straight in here? Was the door locked?
The door was unlocked, and you see Vika was sleeping, and still is. You did not wake her up with your entry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you said she was sleeping. Okay. I'll go over to that stack of papers. And what's like just on the top of the stack? The top.
You don't have to roll for this. On the top of the stack, there is how would they do this? Because they don't have staples. Let's just say there's some kind of like grouping of 3 papers.
A paperclip. They would have like a something that was like a paperclip, because you could.
They would have some kind of maybe like wax thing or some sort of like origami like folding in the corner to kind of keep the papers together as a set. Or maybe there's probably some. It would be like an embosser. They would have like an embosser like pinning them together. That would be it. So these 3 papers would be embossed together, and the very top paper would read a shift change. And as you open the shift change, and you look at who is assigned to the shift changes, Private Mira Tenval is the one on the top.
Private Mira Tenval.
Mira Tenval.
Tenval. So it was changed from someone else to Mira Tenval, or
no, Mira was assigned from one role to another.
Okay. Okay. Was assigned from one role to the other. And does it mention the roles? What roles they were?
The odd thing is it doesn't list where from. It just says assigned to. And it just says assigned to routine inspection line at a certain time slot.
Okay. Assigned to routine inspections. And does it mention the time slot or where the routine is? It the routine inspections, they take place? I'm assuming is it like where the other the inspection of the cargo takes place? That was that I already know about.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
You said she was assigned to routine inspections. Is
the routine inspection line at the location.
Yeah. That's the place I already know about.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't ask for them. Yeah. Okay, so the routine inspection line.
I'm sorry. There would be those 3 papers. Yes, those 3 papers would be on the top of the list, and you would also see that there is another one, which is an approved sheet of paper that is separate from this, but also in the chronology. You know that these go chronology by most recent, of course, because these are like hand-ins. There is a paper underneath this stack of 3 that is an approval for shift change that has Moonsickle's name on it for the approval, and says Narek Tamil, routine inspection line assignment.
So it was signed off by Ivan Moonsickle, is what you're saying, but okay. And what was the other name you mentioned?
The person that got assigned, you mean?
Yeah, so
Yeah, the person who got assigned was Nerek, Nerek, Tamil, Tammel. He would just be, I don't even think his role's listed here, so your guess is that if their roles aren't listed, that they're probably just a new recruit or a private. Probably nothing important, but you know to look for Ivan Moonsickle in these records already from your previous checks.
Okay. Okay, so Vic is still sleeping?
Yeah, she's out.
Okay. You say she's out. Can I go over and see if she like really is out for the count?
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
This stealth check will not necessarily wake her up, but will give you a lower DC on future checks to inspect her desk, I'll say.
Okay, I got 15.
That's really good. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, what do you want to see? What do you want to do next? Like, what check do you want to try on the desk? You investigate certain areas, certain things you're looking for perception-wise? Do you want to like pick up stuff and actually look through things? Like, what do you want to do?
First thing I'd like to look at is I remember there's like a glass panel on the desk, and there's papers there that you can see visibly under the glass panel. So what is there? What is there now? Is it the same as what I saw before? Or has it changed?
Some of that stuff's still there. Yeah, some of that stuff's still there. She's obviously covering most of it with her body, and there are papers that she's actively working on top of that. I will give you this for free now that you're here and you rolled very good on your stealth check. There is 2 candlestick holders on her desk, and both of them have burned the wax all the way onto the desk.
Been there for a while.
Desk. So does she look like she's literally been there overnight?
I would say it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out. Yeah. It looks like she pulled an all-nighter. You'll also notice that there are several cups of like mugs that are kind of like upright that have residue in them, and then there's probably a tankard that has fallen on the floor behind her chair that is also emptied.
Can I see exactly what she was working on? Is she got like
yes,
papers underneath her arms on her hands?
Okay, give me an investigation check. I might give you more than what you're looking for if you can roll high. Now keep in mind your DC is lower now.
Okay. Investigation. 6.
Got my inspiration.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Mark it off.
Take it and go.
Thank you. Well, again then.
Get another 6.
Oh God, this sucks.
What'd you get?
Okay. Well, I rolled a 6, but I've had a +4, so it's a 10, which is still not great.
Okay, that's what you needed, because your DC was 15 before
really?
you rolled your 15 stealth check, so your DC is for 10 for this, so this is good.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Thank you, Harry.
Now, again, you would have gotten a lot more on a 15 because that would have made it a 20 and etc. So
Yeah.
we'll get here, okay? We'll give you a 15 result as a result of this, okay? First thing you notice, there is she's wearing like not really traditional clothes because of likely the all-nighter. She's got down to a little bit of a like shorter sleeved shirt, and as you know, she's a halfling or gnome or something, one of the two. I think she's a halfling. Let me pull up my notes real quick. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong section again. One sec. Yes, she's a halfling. So Vika has a small tattoo on underneath of one of these sleeves that you would normally never be able to see, but because of her slumbering position, you can see a small tattoo point poking out, and it's not some symbol that you really recognize. But I have but because of this situation that you find yourselves in, I'm going to only give you a verbal description from me as to what it looks like. Okay?
Okay.
So this symbol, from what you can see, has like half of what the typical shape of a pentagram would be, with a clear hole in the middle. And then there are kind of these wavy dagger-like shapes that kind of look like a sun coming off of the lines or the edges of the shape, so that you can see two of these kind of things pointing out. You would make it say it probably looks a little bit like a sun. So that would then mean that there's 5 kind of sun arms, and then there's also another 5 sun arms that are smaller, like long sun and small sun, and that is all surrounding a pentagon in the center.
So
it's also relatively faded. It's like not a black tattoo, but almost like a gray color.
Wow. Okay, so 5 larger wavy lines and then 5 smaller wavy lines.
Yeah, the general shape is that it's like a sun, a little bit like a sun, but not like it looks like a. I mean, this is definitively different than a symbol of Pelor. You would be very familiar with that, and looks nothing like the symbol of the Cerberus Assembly or the Kryn Dynasty or the Dwendalian Empire. Has none of those markings at all.
You said half a pentagram or half a tattoo?
Is this like in the middle, or is
Sorry,
this
did I say
like
pentagram? I meant pentagon. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's a pentagon.
Very different things.
Yeah, very different. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a
okay,
pentagon in the center, and on the edges of the pentagon, kind of like if you have a D12. A D12 is a pentagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or close to it. I don't think it is. It's a dodecahedron.
So.
Yeah, a pentagon, and then on the pentagon, each of the 5 edges of the pentagon have a wavy kind of sun arm, and then the corners of the pentagon have 5 more. So think of it like,
Yeah.
you know what, maybe I should just give you an image. Here, I'll just put it in Wildemount.
Okay, thank you. Never look.
I thought I could describe this better, than I'm clearly not doing a very good job. There you go.
Okay, that's not what I was imagining. Thank you.
I was close.
You said half a pen. You said half a pen. Well,
yeah, the half.
Because it's under her sleeve. You don't see the whole thing.
Oh, I thought you meant the. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought you meant that. I knew you said half. It was on covered by a sleeve, but I thought you meant it was like that.
You only see like 3 of the arms. The other 2.
Okay.
3 of the larger ones.
I got you.
Okay, so you see that tattoo on her. And what she seems to be working on is... Wow, that's a good question. Let me see if I can find something for you on my list of hints. I mean, you did only roll 10 to 15. Okay, I'm not going to have it in my notebook, it looks like. I'm going to have to see it on my computer. Wow. I will say... It's gonna be 2 sheets of paper. Both sheets of paper seem to have lots of markings on them, and it's like... I would say that it's the only thing you can really gather is that this seems to be unfinished, whatever she's doing. There seems to be some empty blanks. It's almost like she's maybe, I wouldn't say necessarily forging a document right here and fell asleep forging something, but it's almost like she has like a more blank sheet, and the only thing that's really filled in is the person's name that's in charge. And both sheets of paper are the same person in charge. It seems like the numbers might be wrong on something, but they are purchase orders. And inventory numbers on top of that. So it's like inventory and purchase of inbound shipments. And they both list Corporate Fen Wessel. Corporal Fen Wessel. And then there seems to be like a sticky note or some, not a sticky note, but some kind of like other note in her hand that is like, or underneath her sleeping hand that is blank, but seems like she had like a note that she wanted to write and as she was falling asleep.
Okay, so when you say lots of markings, do you mean it's in a... It's just written in a language, it's not just like symbols, right?
No, I just didn't think that I had to list every single line item of a ledger of purchase orders for you.
No. I know that. No, I'm not asking what it says. But it's just it's in a known language.
Oh yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, it's not any code or anything. Not to mention, if it was coded, you wouldn't be able to tell with that roll.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to have woken up yet, but your guess is that, you know, every time you want to search the desk, I'm going to have you roll another stealth check. So it'll be both stealth and information with a risk from now on.
Okay.
And then I will roll as a chance if you go around the room. I'm just going to be very transparent. As you go around the room, I'm just going to roll a very small percentile die. And every time you do an action, I'm going to see if she wakes up. Unless you use stealth.
Sure.
And are successful.
Okay, so on her desk, she has purchase orders of inbound cargo. Is it possible? Can I see what the cargo is? Or what was? On that purchase order.
That is a really good question.
Because because that piece of information, then I could possibly look elsewhere. Because right now I just have names, which is a good start, but I don't know what any of this cargo is. At this point in time, I don't know what any of the cargo is. So I think Jesliann would want to try and figure out what this various cargo was, because I saw records before indicating cargo coming in and then disappearing and being forged. So it was coming in and disappearing, and now I'm seeing things about cargo again, but Jesliann doesn't know what any of it is.
Okay. For that, I will make this a separate roll, because your first stealth check plus that would have been like trying to get a scope of everything. Yeah. And now we're digging deeper. So let's do a stealth followed by an investigation.
Yeah. So like a specific detail is what I want now.
Yeah.
Okay. So stealth followed by investigation.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do stealth first. Oh, it sucks, man. I got 3.
On the stealth check? Okay.
Yeah.
Now roll your investigation.
Right, do you know what? Look, listen. I know why this is happening. It's because I don't have my nice crits. I need the nice crits. See, this is it. I rolled 9.
Well,
where's the nice crits? I'm putting it on now.
Okay, well, you're very lucky because I rolled a 96 on my percentile dice, so she is fucking out cold. She scares the bejeebies out of you by snoring super loud and like basically sucking up spit into her mouth. She's like,
I didn't need to know that.
But then she kind of just rolls over onto the paper, so you can't see anything now.
Okay, inconvenient. Okay, so. She's out.
So bad luck and good luck right at the same time.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
The plot does thicken. So the names I have so far. That's on these various. There was the other stack of paper. Was a Mirror Tenville, and it was signed off by Ivan Musical on Vicar's desk. Produces paper of Barkins, and I just know about these purchase orders of inbound cargo and a Corporal Fen Wessel. Do I know who this Corporal Fen Wessel is? Would I know who that is?
What group are you associated with, Jodie?
The Crownsguard. Yeah.
Okay. No, you would not know.
Do I? Okay, so this person's not Crownsguard then.
I'm just gonna do. Yes, you would be safe to assume that if they were in Crownsguard and they had that kind of a title, you would know who they are.
Sure.
Like on your first couple of days of briefing.
Yeah. So someone I don't know. Fair enough. Is there like any type of when they sign off on the documents, is it just like a normal signature, or do they use like a special seal or a stamp?
Both. It has to be both.
Has to be both.
It seems that there's 2 points of verification, essentially. 2-factor authentication.
So is it 2 different people that do it then? 2 different people that do the different authentications? One does the seal. One person does the seal, or one person does the signature, or something like that. It doesn't really make sense if it's the same person, does it?
It does make sense if it's the same person, but you also know that it needs to be co-signed by Vika herself, because she's the official like paperwork approval. So like it'll have like a column for the person to be signing the document who issued the request. Then all the people are listed, and then at the bottom it will be signed by the same person and sealed by them, and then it will be approved by another person, which is where you're going to see the Ivan person, and then you're going to see the final office check is going to be like another verification. It's very like Japanese, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, it's kind of like you had to sign it off on the official records office, so that the records basically have shown that they've indicted it, or not indicted it, but they've received it. It's almost like instead of verifying that this is an approved action, it's more of like, hey, this is in our records, it's here. So that if this ever gets like moved around to a different office, it's showed that it was received by this person in the office records.
One thing I'd like to know is or if I can find out the purchase orders of inbound cargo that happened. What is the date that this happened? Can I
on
see
the paperwork
on
that's on her
this...
she's laying on now?
Yeah. Is it possible that it's for me to see the date? Was it recently or?
Just give me a perception check. We'll see. I'm gonna make it a possibility rather than a guarantee.
I haven't put the nice crits on, so this might not go well. I knew it! I should have put a nice crits on. I'm putting them on now. I should have not do it. I got 5.
You said that 5 minutes ago.
I know, but then I was writing something down.
You cannot see.
I can't see the date.
Because you did something, I do something, so I'm gonna roll. Okay, still safe, but barely. 53.
53. Maybe I should move to looking around the room. Looking.
What do you want to do?
So can I go to? I want to find. There's so many things to try and find. I don't know which one to start with. There's the corporal friend. Wassel. Maybe I can start with like what cargo's been coming in, and what is the most like what I'm saying is, can I correlate because what I have is a stack of papers with shift changes and people being assigned from one role to another, and another thing that says when inbound cargo was coming, that inbound cargo was coming in. So I was wondering if I can correlate these shift changes to when the most recent cargo has come in.
Give me an investigation check.
Come on, nice crits. Oh god, my thing's lagging badly. 13.
You don't really see any new shipments. All you see is that there was a singular note of a shipment that was received that was meant to be kept and inspected in the inspection line, but that has now been assigned. Does not have Moonsickle's name on it, but has been assigned to basically be how would I put this? Okay, so the box is a very large crate, 1 or 2 crates, and they have been assigned to be it just says separated and redistributed to 4 new locations. And then it says the talk with 1 second here. It says only confirmed relocation is red to Comorta. For further details, discuss hang on a second. I feel like I'm supposed to drop something big here and I don't want to fuck it up. Hang on.
Sorry about that.
It says further inspection details can be found on the day. Separate by it just says color code for now. Assign red to Comorta. That's it. It's like very sparse details. It's almost like a note rather than like an actual inspection line memo of like instruction.
To who?
It doesn't say to who. It just says this is the order of reception is to basically say color code into 4 new crates, smaller crates, ship red to Comorta, await further instructions, and hold other colors.
I can't write this down fast enough. Color code to 4 colors.
Color code to 4 crates, ship red to Comorta, await further instructions for others. Keep in holding.
Do I know where that is? That just like a city that people know where it is?
It is a city. You know about it. It exists.
Comorta.
If you guys, I have opened up the VTT, I think. Oh, no, I did not. How do I open it up again?
Instructions.
Okay, I opened up the VTT if you guys want to see the Zimni fields on your D&D Beyond. That'll show you Comorta.
We're doing D&D Beyond VTT?
What's VTT?
Virtual tabletop.
What do I have to do?
Okay, I hit start. So you guys should be able to see where Comorta is on that map. In D&D Beyond, if you go to the top right, there should be a virtual tabletop you can check out. Also, I don't know why it keeps pausing, you guys.
Hit the play button next to the campaign.
Oh. Launch scan. My browser's really lagging. It's not opening.
If it doesn't work, I think you guys are on the world map, aren't you, Mesh? On
yeah, I have it open.
Yeah,
on Roll20. If you want to use Roll20, it should be open as well.
Oh wait, I think it's
We're
loading
in the town
now.
for Roll20.
It's just my thing's just really sorry. It's my. I'm just having issues with my.
We'll just write
actual
what your
browser,
best
I
guess is. It's a city named Comorta.
Yeah, I've got it now. So let's see. Can I zoom in on this map here?
Roll20 is in the city map, not the world map.
There you go.
Kamorda?
There you go.
Whereabouts is it on this map? Can't see it.
Okay, if you could check your roll 20, you should be able to see it.
Kamorda is under Zemni Fields.
Oh, it's where I go. I was looking for a word, something beginning with a C, so... okay, it's okay. Kamorda, so it's near some mountains. How far west away is this from where I am now? Where am I now?
Nagwarat.
So all this far.
Yeah, weeks of travel to get down there.
Wow. Yeah. That's
by horse.
Really far. Weeks of travel by horse. So, color code 4 crates, ship red to Kamorda. Okay. Wait for further instructions. Shipment was meant to be received. Well, the shipment was received. 4 large crates were redistributed. No further details on the other crates. So 1 crate's already been sent. Don't know about the other crates. Are there any are there personnel logs here about these people's various there's the shifts, but that's not exactly the same thing about personnel logs. I mean, is there like information on people that is like, as in who's doing what roles within the organization, the Crown's, well, I guess it's just Crown's Guard information, right?
Yeah, I've accidentally mixed the officer briefing hall and the checkpoint ledger office. So I've kind of just dropped a couple of that based off of issues there, but I've combined some things in there. So if you guys have any notes about the officer briefing hall and the ledger office, I've just kind of put them all together.
Okay. Can they just be now one and the same? They're just the same. Pretty much, yeah. Now. Okay. Apologies, I'm pretty brain fogged.
Well, let me roll to see if she wakes up.
Okay.
She doesn't. 90%. She's very sleepy.
Snore and turn around.
Yeah.
She's still sleeping. I might actually just go and wake her up at some point. But,
okay.
Sorry, my brain's not functioning that
now great. Jodie, just because you're here doesn't mean that you're going to continually find more stuff just because you have the ideas. So it could be that you're missing something. It could be that you need more info before you can keep looking. So don't feel like it's your brain kind of fogging you out. You might have got a lot of info. So who knows? But I'm not going to stop you if you want to keep looking. Because, you know, my timer is however many rounds of this is going to go. Like, I've got a number in my head of how many times I'm going to roll the dice. And then after a certain number of times that you guys are going to look for something, I'm just going to kick you out. So she's going to wake up.
Okay. Maybe just one more thing then.
Alrighty.
Of any of these documents that I have searched through or searching through, do I see any mention of the what are they called? Jagentoft connection.
Make an investigation check.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I don't think my browser likes me having these tabs open. So my like D&D Beyond is kind of frozen up. 1 second.
Nice Chris has taken up all that bandwidth.
Ooh, I just got the new Pokemon.
Maybe it is the nice Chris. But that's on a separate. That's not on the browser. That's on Discord. It's taking up resources. Maybe it is that. Oh my god, this is taking ages. Okay, roll investigation. And wait 10 years for it to roll. Oh my god, it's lagging. Okay, so that's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you notice something quite interesting, but on
My shit's lagging. Sorry, I'm gonna have to hop out and come back in 1 second.
Is this a good time for a break then?
I really want to take a break, but I also wanted to let her do something.
You guys returned.
Sorry, it's just completely. It's still doing it actually. Anyway, just go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine.
You notice that under the most recent kind of like big, there's like some pretty big inbound shipment. But there was a name of someone that was removed. So rather than like, you're kind of putting, you had a good investigation, you're kind of putting some things together. The Jagantoth family is like very rarely mentioned throughout a lot of this, but you have noticed and heard about the others talking about the different families being mentioned and certain things coming from them, but they're like noticeably like kind of not there.
Interesting. So they could have been removed from that. Okay. Last thing I want to do. I said that was the last thing. But last thing I want to do is actually go back and look at the door. I think Jesliann would be like a little curious just to see. I mean, I'm not gonna stealth for it or anything. I think it would just be a thing that she would just look at anyway.
Okay, give me one more investigation check.
Yeah.
Or perception, your choice.
Let's see. Investigation, perception. Well, I think my investigation is higher. Yeah, I'll go investigation. Lagging. 12. Oh, I'm sitting in the dark. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my curtain's fallen down. Yeah, go ahead. I just can't see what I'm writing right now.
You do notice that the door seems to have been fixed, right? It looks like it might have just been something that was done in the evening, but instead of noticing more than the door itself, what you notice is the garbage can near the door has a small potion vial with a clear liquid in it, residue-wise, uncorked and left in the garbage bin. I also rolled a 71, so she ain't getting up.
That's a used vial.
And with that, we'll take a break.
Uncooked. Okay.
Coffee time.
Rob, I'll probably be about 15 minutes, probably a
fine.
little more. Please start without me. I'll be back ASAP.
This investigation is keeping me on my toes. What the fuck I'm telling you guys and where I'm leading it. Okay.
Okay, quick as I can.
We'll be back in just a little bit, guys. I'll run some fun music. Or are you gonna do that without internet? Okay. Well, Diaz, how are you doing? Heavenly, how are you doing? Waiting on everyone to get back. I just finished eating. Welcome back.
Oh.
Harry, do you have any thoughts so far? Excited?
I mean, I see some names cropping up.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got thoughts happening in the background.
All right.
the least talkative our group has been in months. I gotta send this to you, Harry. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna watch it again. The best comment is I think Lita's yearning for the urn, babe. Is that Springtrap? How many centuries old is your dog? How many voices are there? Holy smokes, that's a good one.
Hi. Oh, don't tell me you guys are waiting for me.
Well, I don't know exactly what the status is of Mesh, to be honest with you.
I'm around. I'm just
Or
walking
Jodie.
around.
I'm here.
She's here?
Dad's
okay, well, everyone's here then.
late. Yay. Dad's late. I'm gonna just pop downstairs for like 5 minutes, say hello, and then come back up. Sorry, Rob, I don't want to disrupt the game too much.
So are you ready to go then?
I'm ready to go now, yes.
Okay, great. Is everyone else ready?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it.
Gonna do this. My radar out.
Ugh.
So Jodie, at this point, you notice that she's beginning to stir. And somewhat wake from slumber, but not quite there yet. Is there anything else you want to try to do before she actually wakes up?
Draw on her face, draw on her face, draw on her face.
What I wanted to do was quickly just look at that vial that was in the bin.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pick it up and give it a sniff? Do I know what it is?
Yeah. Investigation.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? If you're giving it a sniff,
No.
then you need to give me either just straight intelligence check, or if you've got alchemist's proficiency, you can check what the potion is if you're proficient, but I don't believe you are.
No, you mean like alchemist tools? I don't have that.
I would allow you to use Arcana if you want.
Okay, I'll do an Arcana check. Oh my good lord. This is just, listen, I don't know what is going on today. I got a 6.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
It's not enough
Alright,
residue
fine.
to get a strong enough smell.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, just for flavour, I'm gonna go and make a strong coffee for Vika and then put it next to her. Hopefully
Okay.
the strong fumes will help wake her up.
Yeah. As you kind of put the coffee on her desk, she seems very irritated that someone else is in here and that she was sleeping, and she's like, and then like peels off like a piece of paper from her face and says, "Oh, thank you, darling," and just takes it and smells the coffee. And as you see her smell the coffee, you can see that there's like a little bit of ink like marked here that's kind of mixed with her spit. It's kind of just like got a little spot there.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
And you see her rub it and it just smears. It doesn't. She's just trying to get rid of the spit, but doesn't know there's ink there. Did you just get in? Oh,
Yes, I
like
yes,
immediately
I did.
starts holding her head.
Are you okay? Looks like you've had a rough night.
I've done quite a few all-nighters before, but it's like I drank myself under the table, but I swear I was just drinking some tea and only had a single stein.
Oh, that's odd.
Coffee's not really my thing, but I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Well, I thought you could use a little pick-me-up. Oh, so you had a rough night, heavy workload.
You could say that, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't really have much of a locker here. If you wouldn't mind, at least leaving for a few minutes so I can collect myself. I appreciate the coffee, but I need to get changed and, rank. I need to go, freshen up.
No worries, right you are. I am just going to pop out, take some fresh air, get to walk around the block.
As you're talking, she looks down at her desk and immediately swipes the papers and turns them over.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't notice that.
Good on you. She's immediately becoming more hostile as the time progresses, and she becomes more awake.
Okay,
But
well,
she's still trying to be
out
cordial from the coffee.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get out the door as quickly as possible.
Yeah, coffee was a very smart move on your part, because she would have been much more hostile than this. But you also hear the latch lock behind her, or behind you as you close the door.
Behind me, yeah.
Because she's probably gonna be changing clothes and whatnot. So.
Okay, that's me done then. I know it took up a lot of time.
All right, so we fast forward, and a meeting has been called, and all of you are in Telva's house. And she welcomes you and says, is this a meeting that you'd like me to be a part of, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Excellent. I'll go grab a notebook. And she walks to the other room and gets some other stuff, and then starts passing around some cups of coffee as it becomes in the early of the afternoon. And motor oil. Just kidding.
And for you, a fresh can of WD-40.
Hey, that's mine.
Squeaking.
Not for you,
That
Dante.
belongs to me.
Oh, it looks good.
All right, well, what did y'all find? She immediately sets the pen on her notebook, and then puts the notebook on the coffee table, and the pen hovers above it, waiting for note-taking to begin.
Well, I suppose the thing we should let you know.
Your mic's up.
Your mic is you sound really distant. I think
Goldy.
you got the wrong mic.
Sorry, I had it tucked up. Well, the first thing we should probably mention is that we're going to be heading towards the Scalebound Inn. Everything seems to be leading towards that. I don't know if you have any eyes or ears on that place, but I kind of have a feeling something's going to happen once we get there.
She's shuffling through some papers in her hands as you guys are talking. Just nods.
Oh, am I still going? Okay. I kind of have information surrounding the kids more to do than the objective. To be honest with you, I have a suspicion that whatever is happening, what is happening with the kids is very much linked to the Crown's Guard and to the rest. I just can't quite put my finger on everything quite yet. I will be going with Telva to the Scalebound Inn in an official capacity. So if you do happen to see me, it might be best that you don't draw attention yourselves to me.
Isn't this Telva?
Yes.
Oh, have I done it again?
She raises an eyebrow.
Who's
Is that
you
so?
getting her mixed up with?
It's Tilda.
Tilda. Tila. Who's Tila?
I love the idea of I'm taking Telva to the tavern and she's just sitting there just like, you are now, are you?
News to me.
Well then.
I don't know. I don't know why I keep making
You don't know who Tilda...
I keep mixing up the
There's a
names.
Telva and there's a Tila.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly
Right.
tell me who Tila is
I'll be
above
Tila
Tila.
Grace
her.
guy is
Yeah.
is the one I'll be going with. To
Okay, okay.
The Scalebound Inn in an
Okay.
official capacity to investigate more about the missing kids, as well as more information about this Ivan Moonsicle.
Okay.
Anyone else wanted to jump in?
Who found I can't remember which of us found the information about the 2 or 3 people who just got up and vanished. Who found, yeah. Because at this moment, Dante doesn't have a whole lot on his own person.
That's not connected to the Scalebound Inn, so I'll let you finish that wrap up and then work on that.
Yeah.
Aren't you also going to Scalebound, Dante?
Yes, I am. I'm heading in there with what's her name? The tiefling captain lady.
Oh, for slum.
You want more eyes? I could sneak around.
Is it gonna be okay?
Since when did you sneak?
There's gonna be a lot of unknowns. Are you sure you want to do that?
Hang on. How are you going to sneak? I'm confused.
I just
Keep
pretend to.
Dante doesn't fucking know that he sneaks.
Yeah.
I just pretend to drink.
I think Layla kind of does the.
Pretend to drink.
Just
Just open up his collar.
It's surprisingly easy. Just walk around with an empty mug, and everybody thinks you're drinking.
Everyone just thinks you're lost. Right. Well, I don't see how you wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb. No offense.
Look, he has a disguise. He has a disguise.
He pretends.
In terms of sneaking around.
But no, but
Look at the size of him. It doesn't matter what disguise he's got.
Or a tree.
But doesn't it? No.
I suppose you could just find a dark corner of the inn and just pretend to sleep or something. I don't know, like just mimic yourself as part of the furniture.
Can you?
No offense.
Well, would it be possible to give him a silence spell so that he doesn't make any noise?
We're going into a tavern, or a tent, a mess hall, filled with soldiers. You're not really going to hide.
I'm not trying to hide. I'm trying to blend in, like different. And Rob, there are more Goliaths, right? It's not like I'm the
There's
only
just
Goliath.
not many of them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's like the Where's Wilfred game. I know this one.
For every 100
bunch of
people, there's probably 2 Goliaths.
You know, like you can't see them because there's so many people there.
I don't know this game. What is this game?
You played it back in my hometown.
Oh,
You'd have like
okay.
a bunch of people go into a room, and then you would have to find the person who was quote unquote Wilfred.
Oh, like hide and seek.
Yes, but hiding in plain sight.
Okay. Wait, hang on. We're meant to be having a serious conversation here. Okay, well, look, let's ask ourselves realistically, what do we actually think we're going to find in the Scalebound Inn anyway?
I don't know. You are going, so you tell us.
I'm kind of in the belief that we'll probably find the base of operations there. Probably not in the Scalebound Inn, but somewhere around it, beneath it.
Do we actually have any evidence to support that?
Everything keeps leading us there, and I think it's worth investigating as a whole to see if there is anything there.
Oh, I think it's worth investigating. I just don't think we're going to find the base of operations there.
To be fair, I might be indulging a little bit in my role here, but...
Well, what has anyone else found as it stands anyway? Because I don't have a whole lot at the moment. That's the progress I've made in with
As this looks super weird, as I take out something from literally my back and 3 of the teddy bears, or what were they?
Dolls.
What animals were they? Dogs?
Some kind of wolf, probably. I don't know.
Whatever. So I take out 3 teddy bears from literally nowhere because it's through my disguise in my arms backpack thingy. So it just looks weird. I'm taking out something from nowhere.
I remember that thing was Scalebound. Never mind.
So
Sorry, continue.
I got the crate with all of these, and what I figured out that the ones with the red stitches, these ones go to Nogwarath. No, these go to, what was the town again?
Called whatever it was, the K1.
Yeah, Komoda. These are going to Komoda, and these two other colors are going somewhere else undetermined. And I guess we look at what they're trying to hide in them. I start to use my blades to see if I can make them open.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's not big, but inside there are roughly cut gems. And inside of the gems, they seem to... give me an Arcana check.
Not great. 12.
Your guess is that these are... Like, when you're looking at them, they have some sort of magical inclination you can't quite put your finger on, but inside of them there seems to be dancing flame in the red stitched one. There's like almost like a ruby, but it doesn't seem to be like an actual ruby. It doesn't look that valuable. It's also very roughly cut and not like nice, but it's a bit big. I'd say it's a little bit smaller than a golf ball, maybe like D20 size. But there's only one in this.
It's a weird thing to be hiding in there.
Not really. I've heard of it happening before.
Layla, give me a history check with advantage, please.
Okay. One. His. One. And 15? Oh, with advantage. Sorry. Yeah, 15.
Okay. Layla, you've seen this before.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like a nicer one, but there was a time when you were looking through and saw some pretty important people in your hometown that had like a wizard that had a couple of these on a bracelet. And you know this is called an elemental stone.
Oh, okay.
Specifically a fire one.
Ooh, but you know, I have seen this before. It's an elemental stone. And obviously since it's red, it would be fire. Pretty nice.
But this one's not a nice version of it. You know that. Like it's not
red,
cut.
The elemental stones are very nice and handy to have, but this one is not very good quality. You can see it's not cut very well.
I'm gonna work on the other teddies.
Yeah, so you notice that there is of the other stitchings you had were blue, brown.
Yeah, I didn't write the other colors, but I took one of each.
I'll say that there's another one with white, just because I said there's 4 crates. The white one seems to have some kind of like snowflake presenting in the center, almost like a refracting of the light, something like trapped in the center of it. There's a brown one that has what looks to be like a like an ocean's wave kind of coming in and out, just kind of like this amorphous, almost like symbiote looking thing to it, but it looks like it's moving sand. And then the blue one has like some very interesting kind of like really tiny like beads or almost like bubble shapes inside of it, and it just kind of looks like the inside is perpetually like boiling with bubbles. And Layla can correctly identify all of them as different elements: air, or sorry, not air, ice, earth, and water.
I'm confused. These elemental stones, what do they do?
I can tell them what they do because I know what they are?
You can tell them what you think they do, which is that the typical means of them would be that the sorcerers and stuff would use the stones to trap elementals in them and then release them under their control by breaking them. But it was a very difficult process to do. Right. And they're known magic items. Now these, you can tell, are empty. It just has the elemental thing. And that's about all you really know, Layla. Just what you saw them being used for in kind of a bodyguard situation.
So what I can tell from what I've seen before, these are like, think of them as empty vials. These are elemental stones in which you would encase a elemental being from their plane. And a lot of sorcerers do that, where they summon the being and they trap them inside these stones. And then, they throw the stone and break it when they want to use it. But these are all empty, from what I can tell. But if it's badly crafted, maybe you only get low-level elementals to go inside, I don't know.
So these are being shipped to Komoda.
Well, the red ones are being shipped to Komoda, which means the other two probably other places.
Undetermined, yes.
I wonder why each location gets a different elemental.
Could be based on supply and demand, maybe. Just.
It's all like they're all just empty.
Maybe a location.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
Talva, could you look into why Komoda would require fire?
That's you.
Komoda would require fire elemental stones. Is there like some kind of research going on there?
Cool. History check for Talva. A +5. 13. Let me see. She's like thumbing through a different book. She like walks over to a bookshelf and pulls a file. Give me a moment. I'll look into this for a second. You guys keep talking. The book will pick up on your stuff.
Okay. Well, while she researches, I remembered what the importance of the Scalebound Inn was. I blanked on this so much. It was that investigator. Those 3 recruits. They just vanished, up and left, disappeared, nowhere to be seen. All of them. Damn it, I hate my note taking because it just says never showed up, come to Scalebound.
I think Scalebound is irrelevant to the missing people. A routine inspection line during my shift, I would tell you that I was the only one in my shift all day, and then the person at the check-in desk was where's his name? Nerek Tamil. He ran off to report that nobody showed up for the shift while I stayed there covering his post.
Right, and we had these 3 just disappear, packed all their things up, left.
Yeah, Private Mira was one of them. She was the one I was asking about because she was being awkward couple days for a few days, so I wanted to ask what was up.
Right.
And then during my bout with what's his name again? Bookie. I had a bout with Bookie. Beat him at arm wrestling. That was fun. Then what's her name again? God damn it, too many things. All there. Where? Yeah, Where Selvek. She came up to me and asked me questions about the missing people. Gave her what I could, but I didn't have much.
That's where I remember that. So she's like jumping in the conversation, Telva. So over by Comorda, and kind of western Winendir, Mara Valley area, all that stuff. Most of it's very hilly. And the hills that kind of surround the city of Comorda can't really sustain vegetation, despite there being a city there. And the reason is that there are patches of gray bubbling mud in the hills from natural vents that release sulfur gas. So it's kind of like a big mineral shelf with intense seismic thermal activity. But as a result, this is kind of like made a little bit of a vacation spot or like a good place for healing because they have like medicinal hot springs there.
Maybe there's like a portal to the fire plane or something that people can use to, if they're sending the empty fire stones to the place and there's thermal activity, then maybe they want to put stuff in it there.
I mean, if there's that much thermal energy running around, we could also probably assume that the opposite is true, and sometimes an elemental comes barreling through.
Right,
it looks like they also have.
If it comes through, they have sorcerers that will grab it and put it in the stone.
It also looks like they're pretty famous for wines over there.
Mentors.
So then, why are all these stones hidden in these dolls and being? Well, we know one half. They're containers for elementals, and they're being shipped to certain areas, and by the sounds of it, they're being shipped specifically tailored to what use they are. But why on earth would they be hidden in dolls?
It's me.
Or maybe a war effort where they're going to use it in the war and they don't want the opposing force to find out? But then you could just do it with the military if that's the case.
Yeah, if you were going to do that, you wouldn't have like these were hidden in dolls, and these are just sort of existing here. They're just in the background. So
maybe rebel forces or something like they're protesting against.
Maybe, but honestly, they could just be connected to the same group that we're chasing anyway. Maybe this is just something else that they have.
Okay.
We saw them smuggling creatures before. Who's to say that smuggling a large supply of elemental cages to people who need them isn't also part of their purview?
It's also good that we caught it where it is now, because that means that we know that this is going to go out, and we can probably send a lead over there just kind of watch when the shipment comes in. But, it would be better for them just to think that we don't know anything at this point.
If you suddenly see a lot of people throwing Pokeballs, you know what it is.
Just that we've been working for Nintendo the whole time.
I'll relay the crate numbers and shipment numbers that I know so she can follow up on that.
Yeah, it doesn't really. What you said, Shifa, doesn't really correlate to what Jesliann found. Which is kind of like 1 or 2 smaller crates per order, not very many. So I wonder which is the true one.
Well, there's forged. There's a number of things that have. Sorry, that's making me laugh. There's a number of things that have been forged, and then specifically there was a mention of 4 color-coded crates. A red one being shipped to Camorda.
Yeah, that's the dogs.
Very curious.
I wonder if that was. I think that what Jesliann uncovered might be the beginning stages, and then what Shifa's located with the orders is probably more of the specifics. You know, the initial organization task list rather than where things are going. And Jesliann seems to indicate that the others haven't been decided where they're going at. Or at least they have been decided and haven't been communicated for secrecy's sake.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Jesliann, did you manage to figure out who's ordering these things? Is there a name that pops up? Is that Ivan Moonsicle name come up again?
Yes, Ivan Moonsicle has come up. Let's see, and Jesliann's looking through her notes. There was a shift changes that was signed off by him. Which immediately caught my eye as something a little that stood out to me. The person whose shift was changed by Moonsicle was a one Neric Tamau. And yes, there certainly was some other names that came up. There's the cargo changes and the cargo changes that seemed also unfinished. Where they were purchase orders, but well, you see, I think Vika was. Well, she was kind of. She was out cold when I arrived there. That in itself was kind of. I don't know. This is a little, just a little suspicion I have. I don't know. I could be way off, but she mentioned she just drank some tea and knocked out, and there was something a little bit suspect. I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here, but there was some vial of something in the bin when I had a look there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I thought maybe someone could have gone in there, wanted her knocked out, and then looked through the papers or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions. That would be. I don't know. In that case, you'd think it'd be someone that she knew. Then, if they gave her a cup of tea or they got in there without arising suspicion, I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of papers there, and then there was these large crates and reassigned. I don't know who the crate orders were reassigned to, but the only names that I noted were the Neric Tamal that I said before, and the purchase orders of inbound cargo that are unfinished. Well, that was assigned to a Corporal Friend Wassau. Now, I don't know who that is, so I think this is someone that's not affiliated and they're not in the Crown's Guard. I feel like I would know who that is. But yeah, I'm kind of drawing blanks with some of this stuff. To be honest with you, I was hoping we could connect up some dots here.
Okay, well, hang on. Let's first of all, did you inspect the vial or something that you found? Were you able to identify what it was?
I did. Unfortunately, I was not able to tell what it was, and then, well, Vicar began waking up at that point, so it got a bit risky, so I decided to call it off.
Do you guys remember on your first day who was playing cards with some individuals?
Dante was playing
Dante,
cards.
you recognize the name Fen Wessel immediately. He was the logistician at the table.
Oh, he was
the guy that always said technically.
It takes me a second, and then like you can kind of see Dante like poring over everything, and then it like dawns on him. It's like, hang on, Fen. No, I know that name.
Righteous Brand.
Righteous Brand. Yeah, I was playing cards with him.
Oh, really? Okay. He's in the Righteous Brand.
You also noticed how bad he was at cards.
He was atrocious at cards. He was.
Cari, Layla, you would also remember that Wea was eavesdropping on Fen.
I was eavesdropping on them?
No.
Wea was eavesdropping on Fen, I believe.
Who?
When you remember when you flattened the Sergeant Wea?
Oh, that she was eavesdropping on them.
Yeah, she was eavesdropping on somebody.
Right.
It was this person, I believe so.
Oh, you're saying you believe it?
Hmm.
When I dropped on her, I think she was just sitting eating.
No, when she was leaving, she did the flirting thing and eavesdrop on someone. She told you that it was Fen.
Oh, 1 second. I have a bunch of notes. They are not organized. But she would have told me that last week, I think.
Yeah.
Last week, isn't this only taken over the course of like 3 days?
2 days, I think.
You're on day 2,
This
I
is
believe.
day 2.
And near the end of day 2.
Corporal Fen Wessel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything is in my summary of people.
So we have a lead then.
And you said Nerek? He's the one who...
Nerek Tamal.
Yes, he's the one who helped me figure out that Private Mira was missing and the other people didn't show up.
Right.
So you said he got a shift change?
Yes. Let's see.
So he was
Yeah, also it was an approved shift change signed off by Moonsicle. Well, there was a couple of people. So there was a private Mira Tenval that was reassigned to the routine inspection line, and then also approved shift change that was signed off by Moonsicle.
Yeah.
Did you tell us about the tattoo you saw?
I did not, but let's just assume that I've just done that now.
Good on you, Jodie. Oh yeah, there's
as you
this
described
tattoo.
it. There's a tattoo as well.
What tattoo?
As she described it.
I mean a pentagon.
Did you have a sketch of that tattoo, perchance?
I
Telda asked.
describe it so well that you can picture it in your head. So,
Telda asked you to draw the picture the best of your ability on this sheet of paper.
Oh yeah, maybe I draw.
You can prestidigitate. You can probably prestiditate it
Oh yeah,
on some.
that's true.
I'll do that. Yeah.
That'll work.
Either
Telda
way,
looks ghostly when you do this. Who had that tattoo?
Really? Vicar.
records lady.
Is it Vicar Fen? What's the last name? I've forgotten. But anyway,
Brush. Brush
Wait.
something.
Brush. Yeah.
That's a symbol I haven't seen in a long time.
You recognize this?
Can any of us take a roll to see if we know what this is, or is it
History checks all around?
I don't like
History check.
Do I need to? Because I haven't been around.
No, Shifa, you can't roll.
I don't need to do it. I mean, I don't need to do it because
Cari, you would have
I already
disadvantage on this.
I already don't know what it is.
I do, or Cari?
Cari does. She's not from here.
Would I have any cognitive advantage because of my background?
Caidi, you can roll with advantage.
Thank you.
I got 17 on the die.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
And I've got no modifiers, so I've just got plain 17.
Okay.
One.
Do I have to roll because you already said I don't know
You
what
can roll,
it is?
Jesliann. You can roll. Caidi?
Okay.
I got a 10 with advantage.
Layla?
No.
I got a 5
9 with
with 3.
disadvantage.
I'm sorry
you
for
need the
taking
nice
away your
crits.
20, Cari.
You need the nice crits, quick. Get the nice crits.
Terrible.
Jesliann, what'd you
Mine
get?
was bad as well. 12.
Okay.
Can I give my rolls to Caidi?
I'll kind of just pool them together and say that it's a success because it's
Okay.
kind of 3 successes and a failure. Wait, what did you get, Jodie?
It's 12, right? 12? 12, yeah.
12. Caidi got a 9.
Sorry, my
10. I got a
thing's
10.
been really
Whoa,
slow, so I
riding the
can't see
line.
it.
Okay.
I'm really good at history, but never
My,
mind.
bra- my
Okay,
browser's
well, I'll
freezing
just
up,
I'll
so I
just
can't
put this
see
as
it.
like a level of success. You know,
So
this
fun.
is an organization referred to as the Myriad.
The myriads.
Ooh.
That sounds.
Wait, I feel like I should have known.
Oops,
The
I
myriad.
chose a P.
Associated with Ravi's backstory.
Myriad.
Are you playing Ravi, Cari?
No, but
No.
they would be in the area.
Denied.
Okay. And
Myriad.
what comes from this, regardless of your roles, is Telva's background.
Oh,
So
really?
this used to be one of the biggest crime syndicates in the continent.
Oh.
Is that right?
But like 80 to 100 years ago, something like that, there was a big shipping company up in Eurosa that was into smuggling up there. And they just expanded very rapidly. But they ended up having, I think, too much quick growth in setting up satellite groups or something, and their headquarters were discovered, which is why I'm able to talk to you about this. And there was like a really big bust of their headquarters, and their leader was taken down, and then they vanished.
Right.
Right.
So they were essentially taken care of.
This is the myriad you're talking about.
Yeah,
the name.
but
of
even
the
mentioning the
leader-
name
Oh.
draws unwanted attention. So I haven't heard about them, let alone seen a tattoo in my entire professional career.
Could
Wow.
we
They're-
then be plausibly facing a bit of a splinter cell or a small resurgence? If these people are smugglers, well, you know, we've ran into a situation where people were smuggling creatures to the city, smuggling, possibly depending how related this is, these strange elemental, cages. And now we have the records lady with this tattoo of this group that is believed to be, and at least as far as we can tell, effectively dismantled. Is it not plausible that that is the group that we are looking at? It perhaps maybe just a very small, resurgence of it.
It's interesting.
It's hard to say. Sorry, Layla, go ahead.
Curious that somebody. Sorry, go ahead, Layla. Sorry.
I was going to say it's interesting too because now this opens doors to two potential things that we can seek out. One, the resurgence of these. What are they called? They are called the Myriad. These are just smugglers. They are people who take things. So the items that they are smuggling are being delivered to other groups potentially. So like the things that, for example, the elemental gems might not be something that the Myriad wants. They might be selling it to a group that wants them. So the potential is that we have more going on than just this Myriad group.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to walk back a couple things. The Empire shut down this crime syndicate's headquarters. We found it about 15 years ago. So I wasn't a part of that direct effort, but we shut them down relatively recently. But this is all prior to the war, so we haven't even thought about them for that long. So it's possible they could still be operating, but without a headquarters operation, they'd be crippled. So we haven't seen any of their activity for a while. We'd have to. This is the first I've seen it, so I've got to report this.
And if it is newer activity, then I mean, like you said, the headquarters destroyed, which means this would have to be a very, very, very small sect that still exists. Assuming, of course, this is widespread. This could just be the fact that the records lady has ties to this group, which would explain her propensity to, as far as we can tell, forging documents, which explains where that comes from.
Well, it could be that she is out of work since they shut down, and maybe she's working for someone else now. Exactly what my thought was.
She might be someone who's just trying to redeem herself.
She does this motion where she puts her hand out and then like puts a fist down and just goes, that's why Shady Creek is so prevalent in the last 15 years. The balance of power is fucked.
Does she actually use the F word? I need to know.
Yeah, she does.
Also, Caidi, I don't think she's redeeming herself if she's still doing her old stuff.
That's just me being character trying to look at the
yeah,
book,
that's
right?
and I'm also responding in character.
I don't. Okay, yeah, fine.
No, yeah, like Caidi, she can't redeem herself if she's doing the things that she was.
That's fair.
She changed.
Their activity makes so much sense. It's like the Myriad must have been in such a role that they were shutting down Shady Creek's runs families from operating as a whole with blackmail, and now they feel like they can move.
Right. So they
just moved up in the importance order, and now the families are powerful again.
So they are in competition with powerful families.
Well, that's also an astute observation. They could be in competition with them, yeah.
Not allied.
Or they could be puppeteering one of them, or more of them.
That's always a possibility with these kind of organizations, Shifa, but yeah.
Yes, it could certainly be more than one, and they are not necessarily working together. They may be working independently and, in competition.
Rubbing her temples,
I
mean, she just says, I don't know what to think about this. This has given me a lot to think about. We're uncovering more things of the onion that we didn't think were here.
Same here.
Let me sorry, go on.
So it was just so many times I was trying to get in. It was just like one after another. And I was just sitting there just going fuck.
No, please go.
And of course,
you ever wanna? And then you.
I got you go first. Like I got a laugh out of that.
Did you ever feel like? Do you ever feel like?
You even wanted to?
god.
I bet you're wondering how we got here.
No, as I was going to say, if this myriad has been shut down, then it's also not too far out of the realm of believability that, you know, the myriad is now has been put under new management. You know, we keep hearing that Jagantoth name comes up. We keep hearing this Ivan Moonsickle name pop up. You know, you take out the head of this one, the other families just get sucked into the power vacuum, and suddenly they become a lot more cocky. And perhaps all of those ties that the myriad has haven't been properly flushed out. The group itself deconstructed, but all of the pipeline still exists.
Oh yes,
theoretically speaking.
I see where you're going. Yes.
And then you just have all these other families, you know, they come in and they go, well, all these satellite things are still here. The government's done. I may as well walk in and just take this, rehire them, you know.
And they begin to stitch the network back together and get things going again. That's could well definitely be a possibility down there. Yes.
Delva, I should tell you this. I talked to the halfling busybody lady. Look at.
Hello?
Hello?
Cari,
You
you're
broke
muted.
up there, Cari.
I'm looking into my head notes.
Your head note.
My head notes. I spoke to the busybody lady.
The busybody lady. I can't remember her name, but it's here somewhere. Oh yes, Sergeant
Where?
Via Selwick. So I overheard the nurses in the tent talking about head note, what is his name? The captain of the righteous brand, Devrick. They were saying that he has he has debt to the family, the Dragontoth family.
Sorry, who is it you're talking about? Your accent's
the
crazy.
captain,
Drevik Thornham.
Drevik.
Who?
I think that's his name. Did I write his name?
Righteous band, dwarf, Drevik Thornham, drunk guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the accent's throwing me for a loop. Yeah.
Sorry. So, anyways, they are concerned that he is in debt to the Dragontoth family, and I told the halfling lady, Vera, and she said she's very concerned and to find out more information. And I
Right.
figured maybe you would like to know.
Drevik is in debt. Drevik is in debt to the Jagantoth?
That's what I heard. It was from the nurses in the nursing tent. Could be untrue, could be true. Who's to say?
Why would it be him? What other information do we have on him?
They also said he drinks all the time and he's drunk every night, but Vera said
You said what?
that's not possible.
It's not possible? Why would that be?
She doesn't believe that he would be drunk all the time, like at night.
Right.
Well, he's a dwarf.
Yeah,
No,
that,
no.
but yeah,
Not
that
with
means
that
he has.
attitude.
Okay,
They-
so
They have a
yes,
good constitution,
drunk
right?
every night and in debt to some bad people. That's what they. And Vera was concerned, and she wanted me to tell her more info. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because she likes to listen in on people.
Stop not
No.
nudging me.
She likes to learn other people's business.
Well then.
Hey, why did the nurses find it weird that a dwarf is drinking every night?
Because nurses hear things. They hear gossip
Yeah, but-
from the people.
He's a dwarf, isn't he? He'd be like a mountain. unless
He's a captain.
well, that.
Nurses hear
but
things. They hear their gossips too. You know, they listen in on what their patients are saying, and captains have to be patients too.
no. What I'm getting at is, you know, like if you were to gossip about the fact that this captain is drinking a lot, and he's a dwarf, because again, high constitution, they drink like fucking brick houses. It that to me sounds strange. Like that shouldn't be a connection in your head. And the only way that would make sense is if he is drinking so much that he becomes inherently blackout. Then you pair it with the other lady who finds it really weird that he's drinking, by the sounds of it, maybe at all or that much.
I don't think that. She just said that he's not drunk every night.
Okay.
As in, he's
like he drinks, but he's not drunk.
He comes into the nurse's office, but he's not always drunk. Is that
all I heard the nurses say is he is drunk every night. From that, we can infer many things, but that is all the words they said.
Okay. Understood.
They were not but words in their mouth.
Evidently.
Because no one wants to eat words.
Before we move on, something I just wanted to clarify. The Myriad leader, you said they were taken down. Taken down as in killed or taken down as in imprisoned?
That's a good question.
Sorry, I love the response. It's just taken down as if I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Or did they just like take him off the seat and say bad boy?
Well, the taken down can be interpreted as taken off of his power trip, as it were. You know, he's trying to think of the right word. You know,
in Kill Bill, she's like, "Don't you know you shouldn't get involved with the Yakuza?"
You can tell she just recently watched it.
I did.
So 15 years ago, we discovered and raided their central stronghold. We forced the surviving leadership to scatter. So we didn't get everyone, but we apprehended a few of the leadership. So we do think that there are some of them around, but we don't know if they're still able to operate anymore in the same way because they can't have their meeting zone centralized.
Yeah.
But they basically vanished after that. The rest of them. And we still don't even know how many there are. That's how good they are. The fact that you found a tattoo is honestly impressive.
You'd think she'd get rid of it.
You said leadership, so there's not a leader. There's not one singular person who was in control.
That's what we were led to believe, that they had multiple people in charge.
Okay, then that's okay. That's fine then. Okay, I'm gonna jot that down.
Okay, so what we know of all of this is the record lady who is forging a bunch of documents has ties to this myriad organization. They possibly might be involved in this whole situation because it fits their MO. We know that 3 recruits never showed up for work. They got reassigned. And we know that when they do, they get also paired usually with Ivan Moonsickle, and there's a bunch of other instances where that name props up. We know that this group has ties to the Jagantoths and to possibly Shady Creek. We already know that sort of going in. And we also know that there is supposedly something possibly odd with the Captain Drevik, although we don't have much information on him. And we know that Fen Wessel, he's one of the ones that gets reassigned, right? Yeah, we know that Fen Wessel gets reassigned, or got reassigned. We know that the other one who was Maya, was that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mira Telvel?
Mira Tenval, yeah.
Mira.
Tenvel, excuse me.
Yeah. Sorry, for clarification, did they get reassigned from the inspection line?
No, they were reassigned to the inspection line, and after 1 day of shift, she disappeared.
Okay.
That's what I think I figured.
So they get reassigned, disappear, face of the earth, just gone. Is there anything else that we know for concrete and not just Hisei?
There's not a lot that's concrete, unfortunately. It's a lot of loose threads we have that don't really connect.
I'll reiterate what I told the investigator who was asking me, that day 1, Mira was talking with the automaton, Nox, and she was asking about checking crates in the inspection line. And day 2, she was in the inspection line area, looking worried and something like that. It's like awkwardly worried. And day 3, she went missing.
So we have Mira looking worried, talking to the other automaton. Something to do with the inspection line and crates. And then afterwards disappears.
Very odd.
She was anticipating either running away or getting caught, is the theory I'm coming up with.
Getting caught by who?
Whoever is responsible for her disappearance.
The Jagantoth maybe?
We don't know.
Maybe she saw something she shouldn't have.
Maybe. Or she's trying to help keep everything covered and hidden.
The other theory was that we don't know if the 4 people that chased us in the marketplace are still in the vicinity, or have they run off. We have no idea about that.
No one has responded to us in a surprised way. Like,
no.
I haven't noticed anyone here that's recognized us.
Well, some of us have we all have disguises and stuff, so.
It's true, but I look the same. I just don't.
Could be a case that they're keeping themselves hidden, even if we are interfering in anything that they're doing. They don't want to expose themselves in any which way. And by that regard, since we're not digging in too deep, they won't bother us until we dig deep enough. So maybe I think we're in a bit of an impasse. We don't have enough information. We need to get more.
Is it possible to take the Myriad Lady Vika into custody, because she might know who the 4 people are that
I would say that would be rather risky with Vika, because she seems to hold a lot of power, and I don't think she's particularly afraid of getting caught, because she can hide lots of things. and that makes me think that she's almost untouchable. At least she believes that anyway.
What I'm more directing that question, I suppose, towards Telva. Telva, obviously, if we were to take her into custody or something like that, that'd be really bad. I feel like you are more knowledgeable about how these type of things work and how long that should you put someone in long term to spy on her? Because we can't stay here long term to spy on her.
Yeah, I understand.
If you want more info from her with us, then you have to do it soon. Otherwise,
well, this is something that might just need to be recurring surveillance and might need fresh feet as much as we can get them. But for now, uncovering what you've uncovered will give us potential that I can bring in some of my boss's people or my people in here to do that continued maintenance. But I think more so than anything, if there's shipments moving around, it's nice to know where they're going in the central hub, but we don't want to tip our hand. We might just find more when the shipments arrive somewhere rather than sifting through all of the stuff that you've been sifting through. We're finding way too much to track. It's like everything you find is like another group of individuals I have to figure out how to send in and check it out.
What would be helpful for you for us to investigate?
Well, you wanted to find out specifically what you found in the creatures that moved. And that was what I originally hired you for. So let's just try to keep you on track with that. And then if you feel personally motivated towards anything else, that's where the additional funds come in and why I offered that initially. Okay. So if you feel like you want to keep hunting for stuff, then go for it. But anything inside of this city is only within my jurisdiction for payment.
I mean, as it stands, we might also discover that all of them are connected anyway.
Everyone here
Well, if indeed we have all 4 of the families at play and the myriad at play, let's just assume that. That's 5 factions we've got to track. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going in a different direction. It could be that some of them are teaming up temporarily. There's other alliances. It might just be that they have shared goals for something. Like, it is a very complicated spider's web that you guys have uncovered here. We're just trying to make sense of it all. So I think at this point, we've got enough information to point certain directions, but we don't have like any concrete pins that we can stick in these people yet. And especially with the initial debacle, let's say, with the shipment that you were hired from, that's still unanswered.
The only thing that I know that I haven't been able to follow up on yet in reference to that was a comment that those people I was hanging around playing cards with mentioned. Mus, Ekril, and Fen. They had mentioned they saw the clockwork creature things, but when I pushed them, I couldn't find any more information. Which is why I've been tailing down the route of being transferred into Last Ages, so I get a little bit more leeway there.
Do you remember who it was you were talking about with that?
I can't remember who mentioned it specifically. I think it was Specialist Rays.
According to my records here, he's a mage of some sort.
Yeah, a magical gunslingery type.
Interesting. Okay.
Ekril, Moss, and Face.
Well, they're also Aegis has got the Eormaton there in their employ, so that might be a good place to start. What did you uncover about Layla? Does she have any negative ramifications so far? Is that the person you're meeting with to sign on, Dante? Is that all you're doing at the office, or what?
That's basically just what I'm. Sorry, Layla.
She had the special funding, but it's not necessarily sketchy.
And Caidi, what was your en route to the Scalebound? What were you doing there?
Me?
How did you get in?
I basically got glommed onto Telva, and just basically.
I'm Telva, you bonehead. Who are you talking about?
Tila. One sec. Pause.
One tells, one likes tea.
All right.
Just don't say Tila. Just tell me her last name. It's easier. Or her role, the patrol officer.
I shadowed Grace Guy the entire time, going with her investigation of the missing kids. I went to the.
Okay, so she doesn't know fuck all right now. It seems. Tila, Tayla, Gray Sky, whatever. She's investigating the missing kids, which is what it seems like all of you, the rest of y'all, are seeing people uncovering and trying to cover up. So Tila's obviously, Gray Sky's obviously not engaged directly with this kind of conflict, but might.
Might what?
What? You see a spider?
Is there a spider?
If she's not trying to cover this up, she might be in danger.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I would assume so.
And by proxy, Caidi might also be in danger.
Oh, that's me.
Caidi?
That's not good.
We are.
We might have to pull the plug on this whole thing.
No. Hang on.
Wait.
All of us or just Caidi?
Well, at least where Caidi's going, she might have to mysteriously end up missing prior to this meetup. If you guys are jeopardized.
You really think I'm in that much danger? Just
3 people went missing immediately this morning.
Right.
This is true.
Where is the investigating missing kids? Just inquiring information.
No. The point is things are being covered up. Things are being moved around. Like we are in the middle of a widow's nest. 3, recruits gone, face of the earth. We have no idea where the fuck they went. We have gossipy Miss sticks her nose into business, running with you, who could very easily get herself also just vanished off the face of the earth, including you, depending what you find. There's all these missing kids, which, might tie in. Like, this whole thing could have 4 different families doing 4 different tasks. Missing kids could be one angle of it. Smuggling strange creatures could be another one.
I feel like then we should want Tila as well. I rather than not put if she is sincere.
She has no idea.
She
has no idea.
No.
She has no idea, but you said she's in danger.
She could be in danger.
Bring her into this. I mean.
I
absolutely not.
The less she knows, the better. Because if we bring her in on this and she suddenly knows everything, you will put her in danger and you will get her killed. And we would be limited to do anything to stop that.
She's just gonna carry on by herself, regardless of whatever I do.
Yes, it might not be that she gets in danger if she's got enough friends. They might warn her, keep her quiet with money or something. I don't know, but I don't know what motivates her. With a strong sense of justice, she might be in big danger.
Are you able to put people to watch her to keep her safe?
And then what is that going to fare with me?
Yeah, no.
Then I'm made. It's just a trickle-down effect at that point. The finalization is everyone's squashed and things are covered up, and then they stop thinking about it. Yes. We're at an advantage right now because we could disappear ourselves. Now, that said, if we really want to push super hard, and Little Miss Perfect over here is okay with being bait, that would be an option.
Little Miss Perfect.
That would be Caidi.
He's talking
about me.
Oh.
I
don't get the joke.
Caidi feels slightly offended. Oh.
Well, look, he's
the only one like actively trying to keep on your personality. Everyone else is like whatever.
Okay.
As it stands, we are in a position that you could, dissuade her from finding out anything that could actually cause her harm. So you being in next to her is really good because you can try and push her away from that, keeping her safe. It does complicate it. But we could also put you in the limelight for bait, because if you find something out and then you can keep her hushed, give her something to like go and chase that isn't this.
Wait a second.
Then
What time are you two both going over there? Not just Caidi and her friend, but Dante. You said you're going there. Maybe she's okay because you got a second proxy there. And Caidi said Silas is going to be watching the building. We've got more than enough witnesses on this.
Willing to tag along?
You guys could form a stakeout?
Yeah, I was saying we could tail them.
But we're already.
I don't have my fiery hair, so I can be more sneaky.
How do we keep all our covers intact then?
I've seen how you be sneaky, Layla. I don't.
That was one night. I am good at sneak. Just not always.
Okay.
I love that Cari's character has been so good at stealth until Dante showed up. And then she just stopped being good at stealth.
He's just nervous every time Dante's around, like, oh my god.
No, I just got too big for my britches.
Even if everyone was there,
I would have you know I have a +4 to myself.
Is how will you even be able to get out of the barracks and keep our covers intact?
Well, Telva presumably be able to assist with that, would you not?
I can only do so much of the paperwork. I think Silas said there's another. Caidi said to you that Silas said there's one other assignment on the outside that could be picked up.
Yes.
So another patrolman could be made, and then you could ask Silas to swap his spot with one of y'all. So then you'd have both.
That's a possibility.
But I don't remember what faction Silas was.
Let me check.
Because I think he's Crown's Guard from memory.
That sounds right.
Yeah, he's Crown's Guard, so he would have to have the Crown's Guard people. But isn't Jesliann Crown's Guard?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So she could obviously take one of those. You'd have that. You just have to figure out what to do with Shifa. Shifa, are you Crown's Guard?
Them.
You what?
I'm right. Yes.
You just say you will kill them?
No.
Tail.
Oh.
Tail.
You're killed too.
That's more reasonable.
Let's look at what we know about Righteous Brand. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you can get talking with the captain to go there for anything? Or maybe you can talk with Vea as well, whoever's taken Vea over there. Hang on, Vea's taken Dante, right? Or am I wrong?
No.
Vea's taken Dante. Vea's Righteous Brand though, isn't she?
True. Here's my question. This is a...
Is she?
You're thinking Nyla. Nyla's Aegis.
Oh, right. Wait, then now I've got...
This is a tavern/inn. Why do we need a superior's permission for going to a tavern? We can just go there and drink, right? Am I overthinking this?
Wasn't the...
It's in the barracks, right? The Righteous Brand barracks.
1 second. It's
the red
has
iron.
a point.
The Scalebound Inn is for Crown's Guard.
Scalebound Inn.
So if people are going there that are not Crown's Guard, it's a little sus, but not too much. Maybe you need to get some Crown's Guard individual just to be talking to.
Might not say it's a tavern for Righteous and Crown's Guard, not H's.
No, I have that the red iron barrack.
That's right.
It's not that it's illegal or taboo. It's just one of those things are frowned upon. Maybe
I mean, you would stand out immediately. Yeah, people would remember.
So get like a friend from the Crown's Guard or something, you know.
What if we ask Silas to meet up with Shifa and change his order to someone else? Well, no, because then we have somebody we trust on the outside as well. Tila's gonna be there with Caidi. Oh, Caidi, you could just ask Shifa to bring along, and he just shows up with you, and you just say, "Hey, this is my friend." Easy.
Okay.
You guys could just say you know each other. Easy.
We know it's
They're going to be so motivated on trying to solve this problem. They don't care. They're not a captain. They're just a watcher, patrol officer. Not important. Well, in the sense of this place. But yeah, it's fine.
Is Tila gonna be okay with that? Just like me bringing someone else in?
You don't know until you try. But it'll be less suspicious than him just walking in there with no friends.
From what it sounds that you have described her to me, she is very open in sharing things. So that type of person doesn't have a problem with more people joining.
Okay. So then how is Layla getting in there if we solve Shifa's problem?
Well, I was going to sneaky sneak, but I can do others.
Are you with the Crown's Guard?
No, I'm with the Regis brand.
I'm with the Crown's Guard. Who?
I'm also really confused. who am I following into the this place again?
You are going with
Vren.
Vren.
Mila Vren.
I'm going with Vren. Okay.
The tiefling lady.
Yeah, the problem is that a lot of these names are very similar, but her name is Nyla Vren.
Nyla.
Okay, I'm going with Nyla Vren.
Righteous brand individual Sergeant Vea Selwick is the morale officer.
Right.
That Layla knows.
No, I met with Nyla Vren recently and told her that I know you, Dante, because I told her about the Menagerie Coast. So I could come with you guys under that
knowledge. Okay, we can do that.
And I told her I made you a friend recently, so you can pretend to be my friend. Well,
made you a friend.
We are friends.
Okay,
right?
Can someone remind me why I was going in there with her? Because I've straight up forgotten.
You wanted to join the Last Aegis from my memory.
Oh, and she gave me
because you were Righteous Brand,
too.
and you were gonna get recruited after your fight.
Okay, cool. So that is the right thing in my head. Okay.
You just say you in there for money. It still
So
works.
you and I could both join.
You're just gonna basically go in there and sign some paperwork, but you weren't sure why Righteous Brand / Last Aegis was gonna go in there. Your guess is that she's just gonna have a drink there.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's also important, so the important people can kind of go wherever the fuck they want.
Yeah, my head's in the right space for why I was going in there. I had the person confused because I'm thinking she's like Last Aegis and she's a different person.
The person that is recruiting you is Last Aegis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nyla Vren is the Last Aegis one. She also extended that offer to me, so I can literally be a puppy and tag along with you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
One puppy.
I'm like the annoying friend you can't get rid of.
Well, okay. Well, there we go then. Then there's your in.
Yes, I'm in.
All right. Well, we got 2 of you butting up and the other 2 butting up, and then Jesliann can just go in there and assign herself with the orders for the afternoon.
We're going in where? Where am I going?
You're just gonna join Silas on the outside, and then you can watch the patterns inside and outside. So the others will be inside, and you and Silas will be outside patrolling. Easy.
Patrolling. Okay.
This is good. The buddy system is good.
Buddy system.
Yes. Now, Layla, this does mean if you're going to join Last Aegis with me, that means that our line of thinking is probably going to go follow up that specialist raise because they know something about those strange mechanical things that were in those crates.
Okay, that's good.
I'm also very curious to see if Drevik has any more ties than we currently see. That might be unrelated to our original task, but primarily because, like, you know, if nurses are gossiping about him in the first place, that means there is something there there has to be something to start gossiping about.
True.
So there's some weird behavior there.
Sometimes people just gossip to gossip, though. I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's.
Why would they do that?
People.
Why would they do that?
I mean, like, wouldn't you want to talk about what actually is and not what is not?
Have we not spent the last 2 days talking about what could be and what is versus what actually is?
I don't see your point.
What is a spy but a very talented gossip?
I'm just curious about the information I have. I do not make up things.
I don't think we're making up things.
Just don't tell my 4th grade science teacher that.
We have.
There is one thread we haven't even touched,
Camilla.
which is the supply point in the marketplace.
Yeah, we haven't.
Are you talking about locations, Shifa?
Yeah.
I think I have some more locations that I might have been able to uncover. Oh yes. I'm currently looking into this. Next time we meet, I will be able to bring you in prior to lunch or after lunch tomorrow if you'd like. I'm currently looking into 3 locations. I don't have any details on them, but there's something about a place called the South Watchgate, which seems like a very normal place. It's kind of just an entry point. But there's been some pretty important people seen coming and going at very odd times of the early morning and late night there. So I wanted to look into it some more without bothering y'all. There's also an Imperial relay post in the Last Aegis area. Maybe you can ask Nyla about that if it's natural. I don't know. And then the last one is a place called in the Smelter district that's just Warehouse 3B. That's literally all I got. We found this on a note of meet me at 3B, just in the garbage can somewhere in one of the inns. I had one of my individuals dress up as the garbage guy today. So they just kind of like did their due diligence and sifted through the clean garbage and happened to find something.
Are you okay?
I was holding in for a long time. I apologize.
All good. So there you go. Those are the 3 locations. I've given them to you. I'm looking into them. I will have news tomorrow if you can't head over there. But if you'd like to do some investigating on your own, go for it.
Then maybe
have you looked into the Red Iron or the Guild Hammer Yard at all?
No, not yet, I don't think.
Not yet.
Okay. What else do we have here?
We enjoyed the Aegis, so can we still do that? The Red Iron is the Righteous Brand Barracks. If we join the Aegis, are we still welcome?
I think Righteous Brand and Aegis are probably welcome, especially if you just joined. Probably don't even have the paperwork to the other recruits to know, so you guys will probably be safer than the actual like entrenched members.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless Bookie gets talking, because he seems like a loudmouth. All right, so I guess our plan is to just show up to this thing, and we gotta run Jesliann back to the records office to fill out a request quickly.
Yep.
You know what, Jesliann? Why don't you just go? I'll take care of that and send it in.
Okay.
I'll just make sure that someone gets that note. That way you don't have to have something to worry about. You can just show up to your duty, and then if you see that person, just tell them that their shifts were changed last minute. And then you can tell Silas ahead of time, Caidi, or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Make sure that you guys can corroborate the story, make it seem natural.
I think that might be for the best. What time is it right now? It's in the evenings?
Yeah, it's getting close to dinner time, which is getting close to sundown. And then that's when you guys are supposed to have your meeting, is right at dusk for dinner. You're going to have dinner there.
Probably see if you saw us during then.
So, game plan tonight. Go to the Scalebound, investigate. Me and Layla will join Lost Aegis. Then
I'm going to step out of the room real quick and go get that runner for Jesliann before I forget. I'll let the book here so I can get the record of it. But I'll be back until the leaves.
So, me and Layla will follow down the Specialist Arrays route and see what they know about the strange creatures. Then we have Caidi. I'm not sure what the next path for you should be, but honestly, that might depend a little bit with you hanging around I was about to say Telva.
Come on, do it. Join me with this mistake of mine.
With you hanging around Gossip Girl over there.
Gossip Girl.
Honestly, with how nosy she is, she might walk you into the secret that's going on, and I would feel a lot better if you were there to both support her and possibly push her away if you pick up that there's a connection there that she shouldn't really find. I would not feel great if we just let her to her own devices and she went up disappearing out of nowhere, you know?
One problem that I have, that may arise, I rather not she think I am involved in what's going on. Like, I can try my best to sway her away, but she's a smart lady and she might start thinking I'm the one who's actually trying to do, trying
that.
Part of this.
That would be preferable. That would unironically be one of the better outcomes, because if she thinks you're the key part of all of this, then that makes our job of keeping her safe and getting you out a lot easier. As compared to her finding out someone else being right or wrong and disappearing into a web that we don't have enough information or help to go sift through. So I'm not saying to become that person, but if you do that by accident, that's not a bad outcome. An annoying one a little bit, but it would be better. It would be better if she thinks you're the suspicious one than, you know, like she goes and finds the actual suspicious one and gets fucking yoinked, you know?
I suppose if it comes to that, I can just run out of whatever location we happen to be in, and just her chasing me. And I don't know. Maybe if I find a way to hide, I don't know.
I mean, we probably wouldn't need to go that far. Like, again, we've got Telva here. If push comes to shove and that happens, then we could do our own, like, you know, hoodwink where we just take you out.
Also, two things.
Yes.
You have your earring that can connect to us, and don't forget. The escape word of help is wasabi.
I'm actually going to write that down because I did forget about that point. You do realize that if it does reach to that point, it will mean that my cover will be blown. I cannot help any further. Right?
It doesn't necessarily mean that your cover would be blown.
She'll probably tell everyone that she can about this person.
Well, no. Hang on. She's a gossip and an information broker. It doesn't necessarily mean that she'll tell everyone around. That depends how that shakes out.
Okay. I
understand your grievance, and that could happen, and that might happen. But again, I would much rather her find that trail and blow your cover and get you yoinked out of the operation than her finding the actual situation and getting killed over it.
You know what?
Kind of like controlled implosion, you know? You are, like Telva said,
you're dead,
bait.
but you're dead slowly.
Getting her out
That's
of
what I
harm's
would
way
say.
is more preferable. Okay, I'm okay with this. It's a bit
But remember, that's not your inherent goal. Your goal is to just investigate. This is more of your goal should be to protect her, even if that means making you out to be the bad guy so she doesn't get hoodwinked somewhere. So,
okay.
You know, move as normal, you know, do normal, don't have to do anything weird or strange, pick up whatever she picks up. But if it feels like she's uncovering a little too much, then yeah, either push her away from that one, make her think you're the bad guy, whatever, just get her out of that situation.
Roger. I have a bad feeling of this, but okay.
So, we got that. Shifa, you're going to be posted, but going forward, I mean, do we want to assign more specific goals perhaps tomorrow? Because we'll have more locations and we'll just have an idea of what's going on in this Scalebound tonight. But is there anywhere that you want to specifically investigate?
I mean, I could go check out the marketplace. There's the stall there. Nobody's touched that.
Yeah, so we say tomorrow, again, depending how tonight goes, because we might change our minds. But tomorrow your goal will be to find that market stall and go investigate that. Okay. And Jesliann?
Yes.
Where do you think you should be posted afterwards?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard to say. I like the fact that you have this in with the records room, but I'm not sure how much we can find there.
Neither am I, but so far it's been very good.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how she fits into it. Especially for that vial that was there, whatever that was. And then all the records being changed over.
Maybe I should have grabbed it, but as I said, she was waking up at that time, and I didn't want to arouse suspicion.
I think my only question is if we keep you in the records room, what do we want to look through?
I don't know, but if I'm there, it means you have a person that's permanently there and can look for information should as and when the need arises. Whereas if I wasn't there, then you'd have to find a way to get in there.
Yeah, maybe we just continue the same thing with Shiva, where we decide tomorrow because we'll have another meeting. And we'll go from there after tonight's event in the Scalebound and see where if tonight gives us any extra clues, gives us anything concrete to go after. Then if not, it will be back to square one or a pseudo square one where we will go and, scrounge up new locations, new people, and see if there's any other threads we can pull on. But I do agree with you that keeping you in there, even if there's not necessarily anything that you are researching specifically, is definitely a beneficial factor, especially because we know at the very least that the records lady is tied to the myriad. We know that for a certainty now.
Yeah.
Either though she got a really bad tattoo, but I don't think you get a really bad tattoo in the last 15 years about a giant crime syndicate.
It would be very odd to have a tattoo like that, to be honest with you. It would be very odd. It
would be the strangest prank you could ever pull on someone.
Yes.
So, and especially because we know that she's forging and doing things, she's involved somewhere. Either being paid, either directly with the families. If there's shady shenanigans going on, she has a stake in the matter. Absolutely. But otherwise, I think that's all we can really discuss for now. Tonight we go to Scalebound. Tomorrow, do we want to meet in the morning or do we want to meet in the evening?
Should we meet in the evening after we've done our various assignments?
Are we sure evening? I'm kind of feeling morning, to be honest, because then it gives us the evening, because it's like that South Point one that Telva mentioned. It's either people leaving really early in the morning or people leaving really early in the evening. So if we have a meeting before and she can get us any extra information, then we could post someone over there in the evening and see if we can, we can go in there with more information.
Ooh, we can have breakfast together too.
I suppose we can't say no to food.
I mean, we could always also decide that tomorrow, we could do Scalebound tonight. And then if we feel like it's drastic, we can, obviously send a message to everyone and we'll just come do this. And then obviously if we can't, then, we'll say like, no, let's not meet up, or one person can or can't, yada yada. Okay. But anyone else? Any suggestions, ideas, comments?
I'm tapped out of ideas at the moment.
I think we're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Chifa? Oh, okay. Dante's gonna lean over and take one of the fanciest looking pastries and start just chowing into it, just slowly sitting into his chair. Just
Job done.
It's a little bit more like a stress eating. I'm just like, oh fuck, what are we in?
Careful, you don't want to make your tummy sick.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is the picture I put in. Wildemount is basically us for the last hour.
Yeah.
Telva comes in and she's holding what looks to be like a pretty weird looking, almost like messenger bag. It's like a complete, it looks old, like faded leather, and whatnot. And she puts it next to the pastries that Dante's currently digging into. And she says, a little bonus to keep you guys motivated. Appreciate all the extra work. Nice. I know this is hard and risky, but you can figure out who it is that carries this. That's a handy haversack.
Oh.
Special gift from my boss.
Nice of you.
At ease. Very. Who should think that?
And with that, we're gonna finish today's session.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Jodie as the mom of the group and
Wait, what?
should carry the sack.
Jodie.
Not Jodie, but like Jesliann is like the mom and she's also likes to look for trinkets.
Yeah.
Wait, no, don't give it to her because then she's gonna fill it with baubles and everything.
Wait, what's that?
It'll just be knickknacks.
She's like, you're goddamn right.
Wait, is this a holdall sack? A holdall sack?
This is a handy haversack.
So this is essentially a baby version of a bag of holding, but has like multiple pockets in it that you can hide in smaller sections.
Camilla has one.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it and put in.
Okay, so please add a handy haversack to your inventory. Now, this is also not just the standard one, because the handy haversacks are typically very sparkly and bright and posh and very fun looking. This one is like an incognito messenger bag handy haversack.
Yeah.
Handy dandy haversack.
The handy dandiest of haversackiest.
Handy dandy.
So anyways, a little gift for you guys and doing a great job for this.
Wait, should I put it in just like my inventory or the group inventory thing?
Yeah, and then you equip it with the box.
So once it's in your inventory, Jodie, you're actually going to have the ability to take any item in your inventory to put in that bag, and it will take away the weight requirement from them because it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah,
so it lets you hold more stuff despite not having a very heavy like weight. If it fits in the bag in a reasonable way, then you can fit them there. So like if Shifa ends up like collecting a bunch of knives, he can just like throw them all in one pocket and it won't weigh you down.
Take these.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take 30,000 knives.
You want some spears, javelins? I got 20.
Yeah, it just looks like a magic trick where they're just pulling out.
You just shake Shiva and they all fall out.
It's just a little bag
Just
like
imagine
this.
Shiva's stomach just opens up and it's just like a void of just like throwing. He's like, oh, okay.
What's that line in the Ariel mermaid song? You want seashells,
I got
rings and
20.
baubles? I got 20.
Oh, yes. You want one thingamabobs.
I've got 20.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the live stream. I just realized that this says session 17, and I have two session 17s now, so this is session 18. My mistake.
Ooh.
But anyways, I'll have to just edit that on YouTube. But thank you guys for watching.